Hello Glam Am Squad, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to all those who are new and welcome back to everyone who has been joining me on this journey. Today's video is probably going to be so long. I'm going to make it as short as I possibly can, but I mean, we got some new product to try, and so I figured I'd do a sit down, get ready with me. I go off on a couple rants. It is what it is. Get you a pen and paper, get a snack. Yo, before I started this video, I sat down and ate a whole plate of chicken Alfredo, so get yourself something too because we are going to be talking for a while. If you guys want to see how I created this look and use some new product, some new to me, some new to the makeup community, then you just keep on watching. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe before you go. Let's jump in this chit chat. Get ready with me. Okay, so let's jump in to beating this face here. I am going to use my Soft Focus Satin Matte Foundation in the shade Camel, and this is by Sonia Kashuk. Now, this is the darkest shade. I'm not too fond of that, but I mean, we'll see how it works. Who knows? They may have more online, but in Target, there was only 6 shades. And this looks a little light, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. Oh, that might be okay. It smells kind of like face lotion. And go ahead and beat it with our beauty blender. It smells very sunscreen-like too. If you guys like my little bedazzled palette, you can make your own. And I will link that video down below. That was my last video I did. Speaking of videos, guys, I'm really sorry that I did not have a video on Tuesday. I was so exhausted. My head wasn't in it. I was physically exhausted, mentally exhausted. I just kind of needed a break. But thank you guys for bearing with me and still supporting the other videos, helping me reach over 800 subscribers. Our family is growing. It feels good. The smell's so different. It smells like a face lotion that your grandma would use. I don't know how else to describe this. This is so weird. It's definitely a sheer coverage. Very natural, more everyday, not covering up like my darker areas. But it's okay. We can do a skin like soft coverage today. I don't really mind. We'll just go back with concealer on the other parts. Ugh, I can't get over this smell. I don't know about the smell, y'all. I don't know about the smell, but the bottle is beautiful. Nice and matte. Clean glass, very pretty, and $12.99 at Target. So for my concealer today, I need to clean up under my brows and my eyes, but look who showed up to the party in the drugstore world. So we have our Maybelline Color Correcting Kit in the shade Deep. Does this not look just like my favorite MAC Cosmetics in medium deep? I use it in every video, and this is like a direct dupe, like exactly. And then this little baby was $16, but L'Oreal Infallible is a little more pricey, but usually it works really well. And this is the Infallible Total Cover Pro Concealing and Contour Palette. What shade is this? I don't know. I know it's the deepest one. I don't know which one I want to use today. Oh my gosh. Maybe we can try both? So let's use the Maybelline one under our eyes because that's normally what I use my MAC one for. And this one reminds me of my MAC one. Excuse me, underneath my eyebrows, not our eyes. Oh my goodness, it comes with its own little brush here that I'm not going to use, but the thought is cute. I'm going to take my Morphe M432. Let's take this color here. Oh, nice and creamy. Okay, let's go ahead and clean up the brow. So how have you guys been doing? Comment below and tell me what's new. Tell me what products you've been checking out. I have had people just kind of get in my DM about stuff they've been interested in, stuff if they want to know if I'm getting. If I'm not active on here, I am active on Snapchat, and I will have that link below like always, and you can always talk to me there. I love talking to you guys. It's one of my favorite things, just interacting with my Glam Am Squad, and there's so many of you guys now. So just hearing your thoughts about product and just talking back and forth about makeup, that's the whole reason, one of the reasons that I love having a channel. I don't need to be huge. I'm not quitting my day job. Well, I mean, as of now, but just having this as a hobby and an outlet to just talk about the things that we love, which is makeup, is so much fun for me. That's why, like, I don't know if I want to go into this topic here. It's disheartening. I say that and then I start talking about it. It's disheartening when you hear all of the drama that comes with like the makeup community on YouTube, just the who's stealing whose idea and who's getting what first, and just the whole we don't trust so and so because they get PR packages, and it's so much, you guys. Like, it's unnecessary. Like, I look at some of these little hate pages. Oh, I hate this guru and I hate that guru, and I'm like, but why? It's ridiculous. I'm sorry that, you know, if myself or any other guru suggests something maybe you don't like, I don't buy makeup to be like, oh, I had it first. I buy it because I'm a hoarder and I love art and makeup is my art. So the whole drama and hate and everything that comes from it, it's ridiculous. That's why, like, I don't mind having just a small YouTube family, very intimate, where we could just talk to one another. A lot of you guys are comfortable contacting me directly on other things and I get back to you as fast as I can. It's just genuine, I feel. I don't want to be like, oh, I'm more genuine, but I just love makeup. I just love makeup. All I want to do is just paint my face and talk to you guys. That's it. And I'm sure that's like a lot of other beauty gurus' ideas, but it's just so much. It's just so, like, can't we just all buy the product? Can't we just all just put it on our face? Anyways, moving right along, because it's been 5 minutes and I'm just talking. The Maybelline concealer, it was okay. I definitely had to build it up a little bit, but I mean, it got the job done. For a drugstore dupe, especially a $7 one, it's pretty good. Moving on with new stuff. I just have so much new stuff for stuff that's been sitting in my drawers that I haven't tried or worked with much. I'm going to take the Tarte's Pro Glow. Yo, these Tarte's Pro palettes are so bomb. They are so good. So I'm not going to use the highlight in here today. I'm actually going to use the cream contour in the shade called Shade. I think I'm going to paint it on with my Revlon foundation brush. This is an oldie but a goodie. I don't use cream contour often, but I figured today would be the day. That's very, very great. That's gray on me. No, I love the highlights in here. Let's buff it out. It's a lot more gray than I would want it, but we could say that we tried. Moving on, let's move on to under eye concealer. I mean, I will go ahead and set this later and figure it out from there, you know? So let's go ahead and try the L'Oreal. Let's see, what else can I talk to you guys about? Well, first, let me go ahead and mix up a couple shades. I'm gonna take these last two, and I'm just gonna mix it on my finger. Oh, this feels nice and creamy. It feels good. Trying to just make my own concoction here and just pat it underneath my eye. It's definitely gonna have to get built up, though. It's definitely expensive for a drugstore concealer, too. But that's just how L'Oreal Infallible does. It's not too bad though. L'Oreal loves to be queen of the drugstore makeup world and they do a pretty good job. I feel like I had so many topics in my head when I was like, yeah, I'm gonna sit down and talk with my Glam Am squad, but now that I'm sitting here, I'm just like, just watch me do my concealer. Let's talk about release days with makeup. I used to, for those who don't know, which are most of you guys, I used to be a store manager for Finish Line shoes. Jordans are a big deal. They were and they are. And I feel like the time when I was a manager, it was at its heat, like the highest point of make and break, like you need your Jordans or you are just so inconsiderate with your whole life. Like I used to meet some crazy parents who would be like, my child needs every Jordan that comes out. And I'm like, why? But yeah, so anyways, it was right after the Concord release of what, 2011? Oh my gosh. It's been a while, and I started in like 2012, and I don't work there anymore, but just the releases, and I'm getting somewhere with the story, I promise. Just the releases and how crazy they used to be, and just the lines and the disappointment that if you didn't get your shoe, and the whole, if you did get your shoe, people would ask to hide it in my office until the next day or later that night so they could walk to their car safely. Yo, do y'all not feel like makeup is going that route? Just the whole stress and up all night on a computer. You know, there's not enough product to go around because every person with a YouTube channel, over 20,000 people get like a whole box or 2 boxes full of the product, so there ain't much for the people who actually paying their hard-earned money. Just the whole ridiculousness of, I swear, stuff come out back to back to back to back to back. And I love new stuff and I love new makeup. Like I said, I'm a hoarder, but makeup was not this stressful when I started liking makeup. Like, of course it's cool to have limited edition and limited releases. Let me grab my powder and set my face. I'm using my plain old toffee. I don't have a new under eye powder. The craziness and the up all night, and I've been a victim of that too. Like, I've had myself and my boyfriend have both of our computers, both of our cell phones, our iPads up, refreshing pages to get a freaking palette. It's just crazy. It reminds me of the days with the Jordans when I was working in that environment. The second you get something, something else is coming out, and what you got, you have to like return it to have enough for the next release, or it goes in your drawer all unforgotten. And then, you know, makeup isn't shoes. It gets old. Like, it gets, you know, filled with bacteria, and you have to eventually throw it out. In a sense, it's a waste sometimes. Just stuff that goes through my head. I mean, how do you guys feel about, outside of releases, kind of going with releases, you know, your favorite gurus who get PR packages and there's not enough quantities to go out to the general public? I mean, how do you guys feel about that? I'm torn because I like when, you know, your favorite guru or my favorite guru will get a product, because I value certain people's opinions. Some of the gurus that I've been watching for years, since before makeup has blown up the way it has, so I value the opinions of like X Sparkage or the Fancy Faced and Tati, because she keeps it real. I've been watching Rosh Posh for years, Sandra Deluxe, and just people that kind of just keep it real. So other than that, just with the whole everyone gets everything and there's not enough, I am so rambling right now. So I guess where I was saying I was torn is that I do value the opinions. I'm just setting my face. I don't have a new face setting powder of some gurus, and then others I'm like, come on now. But I'm one of those who like to try products for myself. I feel like everything that comes out nowadays is limited edition. Like, do you expect anyone to have anything to do their face with if you make everything limited edition? You know what I'm saying? Guys, it's so hard sometimes when I do a get ready with me like this style, because I just ramble. I do that in real life too. Like, in real life, in my everyday life, I just ramble, and unless you know me, sometimes it's hard to like understand what I'm saying. But I guess the point to wrap up that subject is releases are ridiculous sometimes. Like, I understand having some limited edition things, but it's out of hand now. I understand gurus getting things. I love getting opinions from certain gurus. Some I'm like, they should have waited in line with the rest of us. And staying up all night is ridiculous for a freaking palette. Yeah, I think that wraps that up. So moving right along to contour, I'm going to try the 3rd edition of the Tarteist Contour Kit. This has been sitting in my drawer. I could smack myself. It's been just in my drawer. It is so beautiful. And I think the formula is a little different, so I'm anxious to try this out. I'm going to take my Morphe E34. And let's start with these bronzing shades. Let's warm up our face with that and see how that performs. I think this one is aimed for deep skin. I value Tarte for taking time to recognize all skin tones. I love them for that. Just kind of warm up the skin and set that cream contour and definitely cover up that gray. I think a lot of brands are getting better. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's still a ways to go, but brands are getting better with just opening up their range of color and making sure that they fit a whole bunch of audiences. I mean, it comes down to sales, it comes down to money, and if you're only catering to one audience, you ain't opening up your pockets. So I love brands like Tarte and Lancome and Smashbox and Becca, who are just friendly to just all skin tones. And I mean, at the end of the day, that's why they banking, because anybody can buy. Cover FX, let me throw that in there. They have some awesome dark colors. Their palettes just always smell so good. They smell like, if you ever been to Hershey Park or Chocolate World in Pennsylvania, I used to live over in that area. Well, I lived close enough to where I could go there as a child. Just Chocolate World smelled like a Tarte palette. It smells like fresh baked chocolate treats. Okay, so let's go ahead and go in with the contour shade. And this contour shade is actually pretty dark. This is darker than the one in the 2nd edition, the collab with Makeup Shayla, but we will go ahead and try it out. More of the back end. Yeah, that is deep. Oh, this is so dark skin friendly though. Y'all see? Look at that. Makeup to me is like a good meal. You know when you get really quiet when you're really enjoying it? Just like a good meal, when you're really enjoying putting on the makeup, you just kind of get quiet. And you just savor it. Okay, so I'm gonna clean up my contour just a little bit. Oh my gosh, my face looks so nice and sun-kissed. You can be brown skin and still look real sun-kissed with a bronzer. You just gotta find the right one. And I am loving that Tarte, the 3rd edition of their contour kit. Nice and where it needs to be. Oh baby, yes. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the blush that's included right in this palette. Actually, before I use the blush, I'm just gonna add a little bit more bronzer, and this is just gonna be Luminous, and it's gonna be the Rock On World Baked Bronzer by Revolution. This is a gem. This is a gem. This is $6, y'all, in Ulta, and I can't get enough. Makeup Revolution is doing their thing. So let me just go ahead and use the same brush and just barely tap it because this baby is pigmented. And just go ahead and warm up. Oh my God. That is so freaking pigmented. That is so beautiful. Oh my goodness. Yes, light, get right, light, so we can see. Do y'all see that? They're so luminous and beautiful. That is gorgeous. So beautiful, and I don't even think the camera's doing it justice. Moving on to blush. I'm just gonna take the blush right in the Tarte Contour Kit. I'm so sorry, I'm like all over the place. Like I wanted to talk to you guys and then I just get excited about makeup. Let's talk about something that's not so controversial though. I got back into the gym. I had lost so much weight about a year ago and then I gained it back. But I got back into the gym and I'm so excited about it. And it's just been making me feel so much better, mainly on the inside. I've done that. So for a highlight today, this is definitely not new, but I don't think I've used this. The Precious Petals by Wet n Wild. I know I swatched it, but I do not recall actually using it. Very pretty. Oh, I like this. Look at me getting carried away. Look at that. Whew. But yeah, so what were some of you guys' New Year's resolutions? Are you guys getting back into the gym? Or maybe your resolution is something else? I don't know. I have a couple. That's one I'm willing to share though. I'm not too embarrassed to share that I'm trying to make better decisions to be healthy and in shape. And now you are glowing. I'm sorry guys that I keep looking down. I'm trying to make sure that I stay in focus as much as possible for you guys, but hence for the lack of eye contact. I'm sorry. So I couldn't decide what palette to use. I wanted to use my new Bronze Mocha and Copper Spice. I'm gonna sound like such a hypocrite talking about releases and the ridiculousness and blah, blah, blah. And I got one of the most hyped brands, which is Morphe. Like Morphe should not be selling out at the price that it's at. Like this is supposed to be a mass consumer type brand, but it is so hyped. But I love their product genuinely. So I did pick up both of the Copper Spice and the Bronze Mocha palette. Yeah, so I really don't know which one I want to use. Maybe I'll dibble dabble from both, but I don't know, guys. I don't know. I think I'm going to focus more on the Copper Spice one. Let's go ahead and take my favorite blending brush. And that's my Morphe E23. Let's start with this little graham cracker shade right here. And let's put that into our crease. So you guys gotta leave me in the comments like videos that you may want me to do. If it's a product that you want reviewed or something, you can leave that suggestion. Like I said, since I am a hoarder and a collector, because I look at makeup as art and I enjoy having as much product as possible to create on myself or on clients. Yeah, let me know if there's a product that you want to see before you buy it. Now I won't guarantee that I will go rush out and buy it, especially if it's extremely expensive, but more likely than not I will, because a lot of times some of the things that you guys are interested in I either have or I've had my eye on. So let's go ahead and maybe take this. Gold is speaking to me, y'all. Like this bright audacious gold is really speaking to me, as this is so hard. There's too many choices. This is stressing me out. I'm gonna take this color. I was indecisive between this one and this one, but maybe let's just do this one and just pop it in there. Yeah, okay, that's good. And sometimes I just put on transition shades and leave the house like that. I feel like being like gaudy with this gold. Like this gold is just speaking to me. It's like either I'm gonna go all the way or I'm not. You know what? Before I change my mind, let's just go ahead and dip into this gold. Ooh, yas. Okay, Morphe. Goodness gracious. Okay, let me go ahead and do this other eye. So now that my eyes are like super bright yellow gold. So let's go ahead and add some dimension to this look. Let's take this chocolatey brown color down here. The one that's right next to the black. Hope that's not too much on the brush. Let's just go ahead and add that to the outer V. This kind of reminds me of my first video that I did on YouTube for last year when I came back into YouTube. For those of you who do not know, I've been on YouTube before, like back in 07. Not 07, about 09. And I shouldn't have been on there teaching nobody nothing. Lord, I have some of those old videos. I may have to do a reaction video just to show you guys. It was a hot mess. And then I stopped, thank God, and took a break, really practiced and learned, and, you know, just got stronger and better, which sometimes you have to do when you really love something, know when to step away and practice. Yeah, so I came back about 10 months ago, and the look that I did was kind of like this golden-y eye, and it reminds me of like what I'm doing right now. Let me just get off of the camera. I'm going to add my liner, same thing I always do, and deepen up this eye, and I'll be right back with mascara because we are going to use something new. Can you believe it? I'm cheating on my Too Faced Better Than Sex. So I just did my liner and lower lash line, and that's it. So y'all didn't miss anything else. So I'm going to go ahead and use the brand new Maybelline The Big Shot Mascara, a release that you don't have to get online and be all night for, because this is a mascara that is publicized and known because of two very big gurus, Makeup Shayla and Manny. And I met Manny. I love him. He's beautiful. He's a sweetheart. I didn't get to meet Shayla, but I've seen her in person, and she's gorgeous. She is gorgeous. That has nothing to do with this mascara, but I just thought I'd put that out there. So yeah, I love, love, love the gold bottle and just how nice this looks. Even though it's a drugstore product, very inexpensive, $6, $7, it is a very luxurious, beautiful gold bottle. So I'm so scared to use a mascara that's not my Too Faced Better Than Sex, but you gotta try other things sometimes. So these bristles are pointy. You have got to be careful. Don't poke an eye out with these. So I'm putting a very generous coat onto my lashes. Very, very generous. Let's go ahead and try the lower lashes very carefully, because this wand is pointy and not as forgiving. You poke yourself, it's gonna hurt. Okay, so it is pretty. I do like it. It's very lengthening, and I can appreciate the lengthening aspect of it. As for volume, it's just okay. I mean, it is very, very nice. I think Maybelline makes some great mascaras. But yeah, let's finish this look up. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this is coming to an end. I have nothing else to use besides something for the lips. Again, not a new product, but something I have not used before, and this is the Colored Rain Brick House. Guys, I'm actually getting sad. My video's ending. I enjoyed talking to you guys, and it's my fault for taking so long to get in front of camera, but I love and appreciate y'all so much. And if you made it this far to me doing my lips, God bless you, because Lord knows I can ramble. So I appreciate you for being here with me. So let's go ahead and put this on the lips. Oh my gosh, it's pigment on pigment on pigment. Like I said, guys, if you made it this far, I love you so much. I love you in general. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you did get to learn something. Maybe you found some products that you want to try for yourself. And if there's anything that you want me to review in the next couple of months, let me know. I'll make sure to fit it into my budget and grab it if I can. Yeah, I mean, I do like the gold and red. This is like serving me 40-year-old mom who's trying to look cute, but I mean, I like it. So you guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe before you go. And I will see you in my next video. I love you all so much. Bye. That was an ugly kiss. Bye.